Greetings everyone, here's Lodrik again, and this is the game War in the Pacific, Admits Edition. This is my play by email match against Xargun. He's allied player, and for me it's Japan. This is scenario 1 on game version 26b, no modifications. And yeah, source of Suva, I flip a base, nice, so I don't must catch it more active. But there are many dot bases around Rambul and still in Fiji, or around Fiji. So there's work to do. First I find here a mini AP. I think one of the Dutch escaping and now sinking. And my Navy Guard units arriving at Port Blair. Looks like no enemy more left. So Xargun, there's a small British base force at the start, but many allied players try to get this somewhere else. It's too small to stand on its own, and Port Blair is too close to Rangoon and Bangkok. It's very hard for the allies, I think, to defend early on. And for the Japanese, it's a must-have to control the supply line from Rangoon back to Singapore. Okay, there's a patrol craft. This is a small, short-range equipment, and a submarine tried but failed. This kind of ships will not have really impact, even if I can sink them. They're not the ocean-going one. I saw at least 3 Dutch submarines around Tarakan in hiding. And ground attacks, so nothing special. Yesterday I was able to defeat this incoming Blenheim strike. That was good. These numbers are all looking fine. But it's still, of course, 90% is disabled. So this army group is still information and not broken. Yeah, that was all. So it's really 99% activities from my side so far. This will, of course, change. Latest in April, I would say it start to flip around. Maybe not flip around, but for April to June is then maybe equal activity on both sides, and after September 42, it's more Japan reacting. Normally. But the game is often over at the time, because Japan already conquered or defeated the allies so strong that it makes no sense, or for many it makes no sense, or the Japanese more likely mess up and have no chance to do anything more. But let's hope. Xargun is here for the long run, and would be nice to have something what is really going to 43. With meaningful battles and activity on both sides. Yeah, I saw that the Xargun moving 3-4 units out of the hex, so I thought I can maybe take the opportunity and take on this 3 battled Chinese corps. Problem is I have only 2, let's say 3 full divisions already. I can take the fort down, that is okay, but my attack value is breaking down. I mean, the Chinese is breaking, but my attack value is really going down. And so I have here at the end only standard kill ratio. This will not help me anything. Okay, was an attempt, but bombardment is at the end much more bloody for the Chinese, so I switch back to bombardment. So I take here some dot bases, more dot bases, or empty bases. There's nothing. So again, building up some bases, of course. Okie dokie. So far, so fine. Air losses for me today, 3 all ops. Even transport airplane. All pilots are dead. That is unlucky, but can happen, but not the most important. What is really cost you time to train and is important is in torpedo bombers and Navy fighter pilots. I think this is maybe what cost you time and investment. Army pilots are easily to replace, or at least more easily. So there was a sinking sound. Maybe one ship go down. Yeah, there was a super mini Commonwealth. Okay, so maybe out of Hong Kong, I don't know. Mini AP. It's a AP, so it can transport some troops, but short range and small size only. Anything else? No. I only see that the Chinese Xargun is now trying to escape in this direction because no, this is wrong. I always forget which button it was. So at the end, this hex is still under control of the allies, so he can move here in and then maybe try here to escape southwest over the mountains. So I have to react. I have here some backup forces, reserve units, more or less. I will bring this guys here around and try to block these 2 hexes, or at least this hex. Because these Chinese are maybe high in, or big, strong in numbers, but if I can reach the hex before, then I control the hex. This is mountains, or triple terrain at least. And if the Chinese have no supplies, then the big numbers really have not much impact. You need supplies to attack. But we will see. This is, of course, now I must run down the highway and then up, and he can walk here directly, but he walk only 2-3 miles per day. I can walk 15 miles per day, but I have more distance. This Chinese unit also came out from the mountains, so I can take it on. Okay, I will maybe only rest one day because this unit was in rest mode to get the disabled units out. So I rebuild it. If you do this, then you have always a problem that your supply situation is not perfectly. So you must only wait one day that the units call in additional supplies. Not exactly sure why this happens, but it is the calculation is, you can see if it's a broken unit, it's have 366 or 375 requests. This 3 times would be roughly, say, 1000 is a request. If I rebuild it, then the request is double. This is, but essentially the game is working like this. Nothing else. The attack on Kukong failed. Xargun moved out 4 units, but only limited number. Those are all the broken units maybe, and he let stay behind the stronger units, and they was able to hold the line. I have here now this 4 divisions. This division is more or less completely disabled, but Nothing destroyed, only disabled. This is 50-50, nothing destroyed, only disabled. And these two divisions are all intact. So, but nothing disabled, destroyed, only disabled. So, no points for Xargun here at all. PBEM is, I think, now in the final state. I will arrive in this hex soon here. And I also cross the river in 1 or 2 days. And then it's only the northern part. Who cares? I also try to move a Navy Guard unit here up to catch up with these guys, simply to give pressure and see for more. I took Port Blair, but no, I will take Port Blair. I only land here, so but there's no unit here, no enemy fire, no return fire. I sent also my cruiser division out to at the end force Xargun to react and maybe see if I can lure enemy fighters out or bombers or whatever. I scouted at the same time some Dutch submarines here, but no activity with them, no interaction. So I have here a strong cruiser formation. That is more or less the lead unit. You can only have maximum 25 ships in a unit, in a battle unit at least. And this is my support unit. This one is follow my cruiser division. This is more or less the air cover division for my cruisers. Nothing else. Yeah, my Navy Guard unit I sent more or less here as a coastline around to now pick up this 4 bases here. This is also why I sent my cruisers out to see if there's many enemy bombers, Navy bombers running here around and be active. So I want to normally lure them here so that these guys can more or less maybe bypass and take this base. And these 4 bases, they are not strong enough to take Ambon, but if I can take these 4 bases and then maybe go here up, then there's also some work to do. I don't want to stay too close to Darwin because Darwin is an independent airport and too far away. I only want to have this unit in range so that more or less if Xargun is saying he fly out of Kandari or whatever, he fly from Dili, and if the range is 10 or 12 and my cruisers are in the same range, then he cannot make a decision which unit he attack. So, and it's more likely that the enemy is going for the higher value target, and cruisers are higher value targets than some transport ships. But this of course is a little risky, but no risk, no fun, and war is always a high risk operation. So I pick here up more dot bases around Fiji, and yeah, it's fine. I must rest a little longer for getting my Fiji units backing. So I wait here maybe for this one guy here and need one-way placement. I'm picking up here the last bases, but there's not really anything I can do. In Manila, I just get all support under request, or there's a request for 3,831 support, and I have exactly the same number. That is for me the indication, and I have here the HQ because the HQ is more or less this additional support stuff. So I have here one division ready to go more or less, because nearly every Japanese, well, at least I can say from the Japanese, the fighting units, they're carrying their own support units, but it's never enough. It's only like 80% of the support the unit really need. They have internal. So you need always some external support units to give your units the maximum support they can use. Then you have these green numbers. If it's green, then there's external support for this unit. If it's white, it's support is all by themselves. So they're all external support. And this unit here is ready. 4 squads are disabled, but this division is ready, so I can take them out. This means this division of 460 support units is required 570. So if I take this division out of the hex, out of Manila, this means I have roughly 110 support units left over for other units. So than this other units here, because if they're getting active, a disabled unit don't require support, but if this is active, it will require support. And if I have only one squad more in this hex requesting support, more or less the whole chain is breaking down. I don't know why, but the game is like this. It's calculate the support stuff always for the hex, not for units. At least if it's a request of external support. Good. Anything else? Not really. I'm still very busy reforming here. A lot of air wings. Always, you can see that I'm making them always 27. I cannot fill them up with pilots. I don't have so many pilots left, but I can prepare the air wings already. And again, I have this is my own way. If this is an air wing I cannot break down, I make them 27. If it's an air wing I can later reform to roof fighters, I make them 26 to see more easily. And there's also other reasons, because there's other reasons, but I can talk about this another day. And this I do with everyone. Expect. And then, I bet I can maybe find the cruiser here directly. Oops. And again, you can see here the number. This is a cruiser with 20. So I think this can create air wing up to 24. I'm not so sure. It can be, this 20 is very special. But I think it's 24, 23. But I always use the other cruisers. This one is 24, and this can create an air wing of 27. So you have two of these scout cruisers, so you can use this kind of ship to reform all your Navy search airplanes to 27 if you want this. But this I would always do only with the wings you cannot break down. Then I would change them to 27. If you have an air wing you can break down, maybe they're already all in use, then I have them here in ABC company down. So you can see I changed this air wing to a 9, and then I break them down in 3 sub-units, and then I send them to 3 cruisers. This means one air wing can at the end fill up 3 cruisers. The purpose or the idea is behind this, I have more air wings in backup. And later on, if I have the airplanes ever, in months, not in days, I have a lot of air wings I can add in every base, and then they can make Navy search or sub hunter. This is normally the 2 main purpose you can use. And because you cannot create more air wings. This is hard written code by the game. So you must make the best use of every air wing you have. And I do the same more or less here in Omaya. Here I have also a scout cruiser and the same situation. Rebuilding. And it's at the same time I still have here some ships under repair, but not more long. So 1-2 days, maximum 3 days. I think in 3 days I have here the cruiser done, and then most other ships are also done. So 3 days more I can get here my 2 cruisers and 4 battleships back. And then I have so much firepower, and also my carriers are back. And so beginning of February I'm ready for a new surface engagement activity around east of Australia. But of course, if there's no enemy, then I cannot hunt anything. That is the other issue. But this is on Xargun. I can only wait for him. It's simply not really possible to... Maybe I have some other options, but there's not much I can do here. Then see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.